What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to a couple of subscribers for showing love to the channel. Much respect to the brother Aram showing love just now with the donation. Salute to you for showing love, brother. Also want to give a shout out to the brother Brendan Olson for the donation to the channel via the Cash App. Much respect to you for showing love to Too Raw for TV. And shout out to Aaron once again for showing love via the PayPal. Much respect to you for showing love to Too Raw for TV. Also want to give a shout out to the brother on my Patreon who sent this to me about Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama is not happy about some of the modern NBA stars that he feels are cheating the game. All right, Victor Wembanyama, of course, last year was his rookie season, and he finished second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting and posted averages of 21.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, and a league-leading 3.6 blocks per game. And if they can ever get some good players around him, and in particular some decent 3-and-D guys that can improve the roster, improve the defensive team around him, Victor Wembanyama may one day be the best player in the NBA. San Antonio Spurs fan, you may have just found your third franchise dynasty player. But Victor Wembanyama isn't just coming for individual stardom or his first career playoff appearance. He's apparently coming for the next of modern NBA stars whose work ethic he does not approve of. Recently, Wembanyama made headlines during an interview with Sports Illustrated when asked about his biggest surprises since joining the NBA. Quote, in a good way, some of them are really impressive and inspiring in the way they approach the game every night, he said of his peers. But others that I used to like and admire, now it's like I'm just not sure they deserve it. Like they don't seem like they put in as much work as I thought. So guys that he used to like and admire, he's lost some respect for because they're not putting in the work. Now, part of this obviously is the load management wave that has hit the NBA to the point where the league has had to make changes as far as penalizing players who load manage excessively, except for some exempt few. You know how that is. Uh, but some players, man, and you can see it. We can see it as fans. Some of these guys just are not putting out the effort out there on the court, and they aren't. You're just not seeing in some of these guys any improvement in their game. It's like these guys aren't working on the deficits, the things that they're the worst at. They just come back and there's no growth in their game. If not even some regression in these guys' games, and then you wonder why we feel the way we feel. You know, look, I'm not calling any names in this particular video, but I do want to point out that Victor Wembanyama, his teammate in the Olympics on France in the French team was none other than Rudy Gobert, who was so so hot garbage that I believe it was games where he wasn't starting, and there were times when he was out there on the floor. Victor Wembanyama. Just saying, this guy that is somehow a four-time Defensive Player of the Year award winner. When you look at this guy, we just don't see that level of defensive domination. We don't see it. But somehow he's a four-time winner, tied with the late great Dikembe Mutombo. That's a travesty if I've ever seen one, because technically we have to put him in the Hall of Fame. But have any of us truly watched Victor Wembanyama and said to ourselves, "Damn, that's a first ballot Hall of Famer." None of us have thought that. None of us. We have not thought that this guy's a Hall of Famer. So look, man, we got to really analyze how we look at the Hall of Fame process, selection process soon and very soon, because I'm telling you, if some of these dudes get into the Hall of Fame, we're gonna have to start retroactively putting in some other guys, man. We have to start looking at, Amari Stoudemire. We got to start looking at Glenn Rice. We got to start looking at Terry Cummins. We're gonna start have to looking at, somebody like Tom Chambers and Kevin Johnson. We got to start putting these dudes in, man, because it's gonna look ridiculous. But yeah, Victor Wembanyama's been working hard, man. I read somewhere, I think I read that he's put on 18 pounds of muscle. Coming into the league, I think he was like 210. I think he was 210 pounds, even though he's 7'4", 7'5", which is extremely skinny. Now he's about 228, which is still a smallish guy, but you can see a difference. If you look at footage of Victor Wembanyama when he was coming into the NBA just a year ago, look at him now, you can clearly see the muscle. You can see the dedication to working in the weight room, um, workout regimen. He's stronger, which is going to help him as far as being even more dominant out there. I think me personally, I haven't seen a lot of Victor Wembanyama because the Spurs are not really good right now, so they don't come on TV a lot. But from what I could tell, one of the things that Victor Wembanyama needs to work on, I think, me personally, is something like a mid-range jump shot. If he could work on something like a 15, 16, 17-foot jump shot, maybe even a free throw line jumper, work on his mid-range game. He don't need to be shooting a lot of threes. Well, I think he shoots way too many threes. You're letting the defense off too. Uh, you're letting them off too easy by being 7'4" and being the unicorn that you are and taking that many 3-point shots. Um, I'm not saying you can't shoot them. And if he just shot them at a 33, 34% clip, that's good enough. He can get up to 33, 34%. If you take three a game, that's fine. But really, he needs to improve his strength, be a beast, the absolute monster down low, take advantage of your 7'4" frame, mid range jumper. You shoot a mid range jumper over, and who can block your shot, bro? If you develop a 7'4" mid range jumper, Victor Wembanyama could be so dangerous, bro. This guy could lead the NBA in a goddamn triple crown. He could lead the NBA in rebounding. He could lead the NBA in scoring because if he develops that strength, what I'm saying, he develops, like, let's say he builds himself up to like 235, 240. Nobody's gonna stop him down low. Nobody. What I'm saying? If he just develops into a decent post player in this NBA, he'll be unstoppable. He develops a mid range jump shot. If he improves his 3-point range, if he develops his, what I'm saying, uh, his what's what I'm looking for. If he improves his decision making out there on the basketball court, if he gets a better roster around him, so things will be better for him as far as and easier for him as far as getting things done on the basketball court. This guy could be the best player in the NBA, man. I really believe that he could be the best player in the NBA. And I think he can have a really long prime. I like his mentality. But yeah, man, I'm not saying who we talking about, but it's the usual suspect. It's probably the same dudes that's always crying about not getting their respect, but they put in as little an effort as possible when it comes to getting ready for the regular season. You know what I'm saying? The same dudes who got all the talent in the world, because there's a lot of talented players, but their work ethic is the death knell of their seasons. You know what I'm saying? These same dudes always break down toward the end of the season, always somehow get injured. But we all know that being out of shape increases your risk of getting injured. I mean, I've learned that from listening to the pros in the 80s and 90s. So when certain guys in Philly always get hurt, or certain dudes in LA get hurt, you know what I'm saying? When certain dudes cheat the game that's in LA, as far as the Fakers or in Phoenix, that's who we talking about. But anyway, that's all I got to say about this one, man. Tell me what you guys think.